What's up, gamers? It's Paladin Null, and we're playing some more Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Now we are back where we left off in, what is this place called? Iten. We actually found this place too, the Rond Farm, but that's not where we're headed. We are currently headed up this way. Now, I've started recording these episodes before I got any answers on how y'all want the side questing done. So, side questing might not start for a little while, for like maybe not until after I get past a certain spot in the game. I might not be doing side quests for a little while, just a little while longer. I want to get some more recordings done, or rather, I have free time to spare, and I kind of wanted to utilize that in some way practically, so rather than editing like I should be doing right now, I've decided that I want to do recording instead. And if it's not one, it's the other, so at least I'm getting something done.
The walls now bear the mark of time, of smoke and flame.
Okay, so if I am right here and I set down a nice little ice trap and hit that wolf to gain its attention. Come on, hit the trap. There we go. Now I'll just kill you off with arrows. Oops, that ice didn't go anywhere. Attack the guy. Hit the guy. Bam. Sorry, buddy, but I am a better everything than you. We are headed up to... We're doing the main quest, which I'm not sure. Do I have... No, I've only got the one main quest. I haven't done any faction quests, honestly. I might go back and do faction quests as sort of like their own separate video set. Almost like a... Not really a DLC. Ooh, hold on. Hold on a second, guys. That armor might mean... Yep, we just might be switching over to using full studded gear. Let's see how this goes. This is going to increase my critical hit damage as well as how much defense I have. My phone went off, so I don't know what's going on over there. But I will check it after the video is over. We're going to see how well I fare in a full suit of studded armor, because it is better protection-wise, and our basic attacks will deal more damage. I just need to be a little bit more sparing on using my mana. I can't spam my mana attacks as much, and these guys are resistant to ice, which means we switch out to using the bow for a little bit. Dodge. Gotcha. And... Boom! You may be resistant to the stuff, but you're not immune. And that's, I guess, it's not really a problem, but I guess that's sort of the downfall of the mage, is while his abilities are usually extremely strong, and there are some people that are very affected by my abilities, there's also a majority of people who are fairly resistant to my abilities. So it'll either be I deal a lot of damage, or I'll deal very little damage with my attacks. Granted, I'll still deal damage, but I won't deal as much as I could if I were using something along the lines of like a sword, or if I was smart and put any amount of choice into putting something like a dagger set, or quite possibly like different weaponry, like different levels of damaging staves, I guess is the plural form of that. Let's loot this chest from behind, because we can do that in games. And out this way, there's actually a couple more enemies. I recognize that it's not exactly on my beaten path, but might as well do it. Let's see if I can't get a preemptive strike on these assassins. Nope, because I'm terrible at the bow. Now, for some reason, those assassins weren't the best dodgers in the world, apparently. Now, I'm not sure if they're using armor that's better or worse than mine. I am taking a lot of damage. I don't like that. I can still use my magic. That's not ever going to stop me. Like, I'm always going to be able to use my magic. I just maybe can't spam my attacks. Using every available method I have to kill things. That's kind of what this game's about, though, is the fact that you do have so many different things that you can attack with, as far as actual attack styles, different things like that. Greaves of the Legion. Those look like warrior boots. Let's see here. Let's see. I was right. They are warrior boots. Slightly better than ours, honestly, but we can't wear them because we need 16 might. But then again, the warrior boots are always going to be a little bit better than the rogue, and the rogue is always going to be a little bit better than the mage as far as defense goes. Now, the extra critical hit makes the rogue a little bit better for what a rogue does, because sneaking always gets you crits, and the robes might be a little bit better for what a mage does, because mages don't rely normally entirely on their basic attack. If they can, I've actually created a character that was like that once. In fact, the way we're set up, it might make more sense for me to try to get chakrams. Simply because chakrams have both, they're sort of a mid-range weapon. I think I showed them off at the beginning of the game. Yeah, those were the things that I did the awesome guitar solo with. But the thing about, ooh, it's a lot of those things. Oh, that's right, these guys are vulnerable to my bow attacks. I forgot about that. Ouchies. Ah, one set off my trap. I was about to say, I'm going to put that trap down and it's not going to do a thing. Missed. Ice! Dodge. Arrows! Block. Volley shot! And that's not going to hit it. Oh, hey, it hit one. Volley shot. Dodge! Ah, I dodged too soon. Volley shot. Dodge! Volley shot. Dodge! Woohoo! Gotta love those crits. There's a reason we are wearing rogue armor. Did that thing not die? It's dead now. Heal up here. I've got 15 healing potions. Ooh, Prodigy's leggings. Does that help me any more than the ones that I'm currently wearing? Now that I'm actually finding armor, first off, I want to see what I'm missing here. I get increased health, and that actually has an armor socket. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any Sagecraft left, but this one gives me shock on enemies' attacks, so it's sort of like a Thorns effect, while this one gives me more health. Both of them are kind of crap compared to, like, defensively compared to having both armor and legs. Ooh, Prodigy gives me mana. So these are rogue leggings that were actually made for a rogue mage. Awesome. I guess, what are we called? We're called something special. What was our destiny called? We are an Arcanist. So, Prodigy gear is, I suppose, good for an Arcanist because of that extra mana boost. Now, okay, I was just making sure because I noticed, like, yeah, I did get extra mana in that fight, but at the same time I wanted to make sure that dashing didn't take any mana because it is sort of a magical thing. The Cradle of Summer. That sounds like a Fae thing. That guy back there is in pain. This is the town that we're supposed to be in, and it looks like this might be a little bit of a hub town. Before we do anything, we're gonna search around using our Detect Hidden to find all the different things they have here. Ooh, an Azurite longsword. I'm not sure if we've seen one of those, so I'll show it off. I'm probably not going to use it just because it's a sword weapon. But let's see here. Crude Azurite longsword. Yeah, the Azurite gear looks really cool. This, along with the armor, it looks really cool. But unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but our staff is still stronger than Azurite gear for me. That is because I probably have buffs, and I'm sure if I was playing a warrior still, that sword would be great help. Though I'm not sure if it would ever be better than Flame Womp. Flame Womp was pretty awesome. Now, I really don't feel like picking this lock. I only have 8 lockpicks, so I think this is going to be the first time I've used a Prismeer lockpick. And all it does is you use a Prismeer lockpick up, and it immediately opens whatever you're using. And it's lucky that we did that because it looks like we got a new weapon. Let's see what that thing was that I just picked up. It is a scepter, which means it is a ranged attacker. If I were playing pure mage, that would be my choice right now. But I'm not playing pure mage, and so my bow is better. I've shown off scepters before on this series. If you haven't seen those episodes, they're kind of old. I didn't use them very much, but I showed one off and how it works. And basically, it shoots projectiles.
Honest.
It shoots projectiles based on whatever type of attack they are. Like that one was storm, so it would deal electric damage. But at the cost of mana, rather than having a finite amount of arrows that I have with a bow. Like I can only shoot it so many times before the arrows regenerate. A scepter runs through your mana, and it's actually a terrible idea. Like you can spam a bow fairly easily, of course until you run out of arrows. But it's a terrible idea to spam a scepter. Ooh, new year, mage style gear. Let's see here. In comparison. It does give me poison resist, but this gives me extra critical hit. I can show off what it looks like, but it's not quite as good defensively or buff-wise. I mean, yeah, it does give me more mana regen, and that might be helpful in certain situations. I'll keep it around, and we'll see. This is actually worse armor than our silk. This is the gear that we would have gotten before silk, which is this stuff. But both of them are not as good as our rogue gear. Now this is a blacksmith sword, so we might actually start salvaging some of our excess gear here that we don't really want. I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to sell it or if I want to just salvage it. I might sell it because we don't have like the best blacksmithing skill right now. If it were gear that I feel like I could get better buffs on, like if I felt like I could salvage the gear that I want to use, like the gear that I'm using right now, salvage it and actually get the component parts of it, like say, what I can do is I can salvage the studded leather leggings that I'm not using right now, and see, I only get string from it, so now I've just got bad string. And I guess that's the danger of salvaging is you would have wanted to get like studded leather breeches or whatever they're called. And if you got those, then you would have
Just give me a straight answer. Is the general still in the cradle of summer?
She is for as much good as...
Sorry, I got interrupted by them.
The cards don't lie. So...
Please, relax.
I'm going to interrupt them now, so while I sell some gear. I'm going to keep Storm Spirit around just because it is it's a rare weapon. So let's get rid of that and that. That Azurite Longsword, I might actually keep it around just because at any point in time, if we want to be a warrior, that Longsword might come in handy. Let's see here. We don't need any of this. Greaves of the Legion might come in handy if we want to go warrior. Lyrda's robes are terrible for us. Vindictor's robes are better here. I can't actually sell this Potent Talisman because it's stolen. Don't need the cowl, don't need those. The Rugged Buckler's not as good as ours. We can pretty much sell the majority of this stuff. I don't want the Squire's Ring anymore either. The Cowl of Remedy? Yeah, we don't need you anymore. But I will keep those Greaves of the Legion, the Azurite Longsword, and the Storm
What
Spirit.
our small hamlet has to offer. Be well.
Just so that I can have some... Oh, but I didn't even actually go shopping
Hello
with
again.
him.
How are you?
Ooh, he actually has chakrams. They don't look like they're as good as mine, especially because their level isn't as high. But at the same time, if I were to like respec myself in favor of the chakrams, they would have a boosted ability. Still, I'm not 100% sure if they're as good as my sword, or as good as my staff right now. Is this better than mine? No, it is not. Shoes of Lightning Hindrance, Cowl. None of this really looks like anything I want right now. But those chakrams of starvation steal mana. And they do use physical attacks, so that might be a little bit more of a bonus towards my my critical
Are you enjoying
hits.
your visit? Be well.
I'm actually not sure because technically the staff itself can critical hit, so I might be better off sticking with the staff. Speaking of which, I was actually noticing that we are losing durability in our staff, and we might actually have to use, let's see if we have a repair kit on it. There we go. Fix that up. I'm going to just say that everything else is good enough. I've probably wasted a lot of time in this video just doing that. Yeah, so this is the end of the video, right here as we were about to get somewhere. Sorry, I just sort of like meandered in this episode, as well as got new armor and whatever. But we're here now, so next episode we will continue on with the plot as we continue the major quest. Until then, I've been Paladin Plays. This has been Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and you stay casual, gamers. Bye.